Go on.
Hi, I'm Christine Callender with EXIT Realty Pikes Peak, and today I'm getting my home audited by Jon Howes. He's doing an energy audit for my house because these negative temperatures right now have me freezing, and I want to know why. So, John, can you share just a little bit about what you did today?
Basically, I came in and looked at everything.
But you can turn this down so they can hear
Sure,
you. But
turn it down.
I wanted to show, this is the blower test. Ooh.
That's right.
Show it all.
Okay, basically, this system depressurizes your house. It sucks all the air out of your house and enacts a 25-mile-an-hour wind on all sides of your house, not just in the Colorado Springs area, the normal northwest. And basically, I look at everything. The hot water heater, I looked at your furnace, I got up in your attic to try to find why your front office is so cold.
Shameen up there.
That's right. It was almost like a jungle gym in there a little bit. We did find some issues where some previous homeowners had done some crafting up there, if we want to call it that way, and made some platforms that squished down your insulation. Hopefully we can get that rectified.
They had a model train station that looked like up there. Had no idea.
With little other projects, you know, we had some car parts up there.
Oh yeah, a car bumper's up there.
Right. You never know what you're going to find in some places. But we looked at the windows, we walked around while it was depressurized, we found some big leaks, like our fireplaces, found the spot where your window guys will have to come back and tune the weather stripping. And, you know, what I do is basically I look at how your house is working, just like a mechanic for the house.
Awesome. You also had a tool that you were looking at that showed us in between the walls, the radar.
Oh, I do have my infrared camera, unfortunately, batteries.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yes, it's a thermal cam. It does help me evaluate where, especially on a day like this where it's cold outside and nice and 70 degrees inside, I can see where insulation may be lacking. Some people can even see moisture if they're trained right, and it's the right camera through that. So it's a lot of cool things you can do with the thermal camera.
So I know why I called you, but what's the most reasons that you have people call you to come in and do your job?
The number one complaint is always comfort complaint. There's a cold spot, there's a hot spot, I'm getting drafts, The worst one is when they're getting wet. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
If you can bring the camera over this way, so we have an office off the front room, and so this office was consistently about 10 degrees colder than the rest of the house, and that was what we were kind of trying to problem solve. So.
Right. The other big thing is home improvements. People want to quantify where they want to spend their money, like windows, insulation, new doors, maybe new furnace or water heater, air conditioning. You know, sometimes people think, oh, my air conditioner is not working right. Well, it needs to be serviced and charged, and it works just fine.
So that's really important because before you dump a whole bunch of money into a major home improvement thinking that it's going to solve your problem, you can spend just a couple of bucks on John coming and doing the energy audit to actually figure out ahead of time, is that going to accomplish the goal of what you're looking for? So John, how long does it take and what type of cost are people looking at?
Well, a normal size house, you know, 4,000, well, okay, that's not a normal house, sorry. But 3,500 square foot house typically takes about 3 hours. And usually for a basic audit, it'll run $300 to $400.
Okay, so before you spend, like, say, you know, tens of thousands of dollars on brand new windows or a new furnace or who knows, it might be a good idea to have John come in and look at it and problem solve. Maybe you just had somebody putting a model train station up in your attic, compacting your insulation, which is no longer doing the job that it needs to do to keep your home warm. So this is such a neat learning experience for me. I wanted to make sure to share it with everybody out there. One more thing that I wanted to share for you as a tip as well. John and I were talking about it, and he reminded me, and you know, I'd totally forgotten, but he's on these pages with the Colorado Springs Utilities all the time, because that's his job.
That's right.
So, share.
Oh, rebates, of course, and then of course talk to your CPAs and accountants, H&R Block, whatever you want to call them, about tax credits. When you do big things, windows, insulation, always look for rebates. Even your refrigerators, water heaters, air conditioners, everything has a rebate through Colorado Springs Utilities because we're all connected and we're all working off the same grid. And if we can save money on our energy here, it'll last longer towards the future.
So be green and take advantage of those energy audits. And I'm going to put some links in the bottom of this to kind of point you in the right direction where you can start looking. Just like John said, you got to talk to your CPA. That's above our pay grade, right?
Above my pay grade. I don't, with all the tax laws, I don't try to jump through those hoops.
So, but I hope this benefited you. If you have any other questions, or I'll put John's contact information at the bottom of this as well, so that you can reach out to him directly. I have to say, I think this was totally worth my money, and I wish that I had John come before I made some major improvements that maybe I didn't need to do. So, thank you, John.
Oh, no problem. Have a great day.
Thanks. Bye-bye.